We live in a world where you are judged based off of how you look. And unfortunately, the worse that you look, the worse you're getting treated. While this is a cruel world, you can either hate the game or you can play it. And there's really nothing that we can do about that whole concept. I mean, it's kind of written in our DNA to look for the most healthy, most fertile looking person to reproduce and make more humans. It's written in our DNA to look for people that look like they can make more of us. And it's sad. It's sad, and I don't think that anybody should be treated badly just because of the way that they look, but that's just the world that we live in. Like I said, you can either hate the game or you can play it. And I've seen both sides of the spectrum. I mean, like, I when I was like 12 years old, going through puberty, I was having a rough time. I was figuring out myself. I was figuring out how I wanted to express myself, and I didn't look good. I didn't look good as a 12-year-old. And I mean, nobody, I'm telling you right now, most 12-year-olds didn't. But I was chopped. I was chopped. I had glasses, I had braces, I had acne, and I had a pixie cut. And I looked like a little boy. And I also, a few years ago, I had really, really bad acne. And a few months prior, my skin was perfectly fine. And just within the couple of months that my skin got really bad, I noticed the way that people were treating me became different. Suddenly, I was invisible. Not did I get comments about like my skin. Like nobody really said anything, but I just became invisible. I became invisible, and even not just like from other people, but also from my perspective too. When I wasn't taking care of myself, and when I was struggling with acne, and when I was not in a great mental state, I didn't look good. I didn't look good. Even when I was 12 years old, I was not in the best mental state. When my skin was bad, I was going through a really hard time. And I wasn't taking care of myself the way I was supposed to, and I didn't look good. So not only is it written in our DNA to look for the most fertile looking person, a lot of the times the way you look is a physical manifestation of what's going on in your head. When I am stressing out about a whole bunch of stuff, my skin breaks out. When I am holding on to tension in my chest and I'm having anxiety, I get bloated more often because I'm holding tension in my diaphragm. Your body is a physical manifestation of what's going on in your head. And while, if you're born looking a certain way that doesn't fit the beauty standards, there's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing, but you can decide how you smell. You can decide the way you act. You can decide how you dress. And there's stuff with like money and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, there's no excuse. If you're walking out of the house smelling like dog, and that's on you. That's on you. If like at the end of the day, the way that you put yourself out is the way you put yourself out. It starts with you. It starts with you genuinely. And there's some factors that you can't control, but you can control the fact that you brushed your teeth this morning. You can control the fact that you put on deodorant. There's things that you can do to help. Like at the end of the day, it's up to you. You choose to be beautiful. Being beautiful, being full of life, that's a choice. I didn't want to film this video. I was on my couch and I was literally asking ChatGPT, I'm unmotivated, I feel gross about myself, I feel tired, and I want to put some content out there, but I just don't have the motivation to do it. I made the decision to put on my top, to put on my mascara and braid my hair, and here I am now. And that's kind of off topic, but action creates clarity. When I was in a bad space and I wasn't looking my best, I wasn't feeling my best, it was taking action first that led me to becoming a better version of myself. And now I'm not perfect. I definitely still have ways to go. But at the end of the day, like, you just got to take the first step first and got to be 1% better every single day. I could go on about this for hours. But no, when I was mentally not in the right place, my body physically manifests that. My skin got bad. I was holding on to water. I didn't want to take care of myself. Point blank period. So ultimately it starts within. I'm not saying that if you're ugly, it's because you're ugly within too. Take action. Brush your teeth, put on your deodorant,